Good morning, Musketeers. All adventures today lead to resort hopping. We're going to start a new series where we resort hop to someplace different every week. And we are starting out the series strong with my absolute favorite resort, the Art of Animation. So let's go show you why it's the best. The smell in here is amazing. I love the way it smells in here. And as soon as you walk in, all the artwork all over the walls is absolutely phenomenal. I love the theming at this resort, which I think is what makes it one of my favorites. So it's a chandelier made out of actual Disney artwork, like Disney sketches. I don't think it gets much cooler than that. I'm not sure how long they've been doing this, but apparently Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 2:30 to 3:30, you can see some of your favorite Disney pals at the resort. I don't think they've always done that, so that's pretty neat. All right, we are going to start out our adventure by heading into the gift shop, our favorite spot. They usually have a lot of Art of Animation exclusive merchandise, and I actually see some as soon as we're walking in. I see some cute mugs, some Nemo tumblers. It's usually all art themed. Oh, look how cute those are. Paintbrush pens. The Art of Animation has its own spirit jersey, which is pretty hard to come by. A lot of resorts don't get their own spirit jersey. But if you didn't know, the Art of Animation consists of 4 sections. We got Cars, Nemo, Little Mermaid, and the Lion King. That is so cute. We have the typical Disney toy section with all the plushies and the cute stuff for the kids. I'm on the hunt for the adult stuff. Obviously, I always have to look for mugs. I want to see if there's any new t-shirts, check out the jewelry, and I'm sure John's going to want to look at the pins. I really need to step up my Disney jewelry game. And I think I need to start getting myself a few pieces here and there. And they have some really cute things. Oh, looky, Sorcerer Mickey earrings. I kind of like these. I like just plain for earrings, just simple.
So, like Brittany said at Universal Studios that I should keep collecting Disney pins. So I'm gonna see which ones I find here today, maybe to add to my collection. One cool pin that I like collecting about resorts is that anytime I stay at a resort, I have to buy a resort pin. I already have a few of Arts of Animations, so that's a cool thing if you're into pins collecting. So you're starting, grab one from the resort that you're staying at, and it's kind of like a souvenir to remember your trip. So these two caught my eyes, of course, Epcot. And then they have one here with the 4 parks. And they also have all the 3 parks in a single pin as well. Looks like they seem to have a good amount of pins here.
They do have a nice selection for it being just a resort. I don't think I've seen this sweater yet. Oh, that is so cute. $59.99. John, do you see it? It has
Goofy, Donald.
Yeah, it's
Pluto,
like all the classics.
Mickey and Friends.
Yeah, it's $59.99 now, which is
Cool. It's a long
I'm a
sleeve.
cheapskate when it comes to clothes, but I do love them.
See, if it was winter,
I
I
know.
will grab this.
But living in Florida, we don't get to wear our sweaters much because all these are so cute, but you wear it like once a year. All right, the inner 90s kid who grew up on Disney Channel is going wild now. If it wasn't white, I'd be all for it, but I will stain a white shirt and so will my husband. But John, it's a Disney Channel shirt. It has High School Musical.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, Cheetah Girls, Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, Phineas and Ferb. You know, all those fun shows.
You know what my dream was when I was a kid? I wanted to do the little Mickey with the magic wand.
But now's your
The
chance. Go
commercial.
ahead.
Here we go. You're watching Disney channels.
I think you're supposed to do, you're watching Disney Channel before you do that motion, but it's whatever. He's just living out his dream. I do want to know why the kids always have the cutest stuff. Like, I would wear that. You got a friend in me? Why not? They always have some of the cutest character shirts. Like, I want the character shirts. Don't you want the character shirts?
I do.
You do?
That probably fits one arm.
Probably. My husband messed up by bringing me here today. The Skyliner is one of my favorite modes of Disney transportation, and they have it in a mug.
You don't have a Skyliner mug?
I might. I don't think so.
You sure?
I mean, I might. I don't know. But look, it's the
Well, I got you the
Stitch
popcorn bucket.
one. Yeah, I have the popcorn bucket, but I don't have the mug. And they have a Scrooge McDuck one too. If I liked Stitch more, I would want it. Like if they had this dopey, these are ornaments, but if they had that dopey one in a mug, I'd be all for it. Here's the regular mug section. It's all the same ones I've been seeing. I'm really waiting for something cool to come out. But look, oh, they have Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I bet you, is that the other side of the Scrooge McDuck one? Yeah, we didn't take a look at it. That's cute.
Guys, I gotta add this. This is a trap for Disney. When you come back in the bus from the parks, the main entrance is the gift shop. I think this is a money grabber.
It was my favorite part. It's my favorite part of getting off the bus after a long day and come right into a gift shop.
Spend some money, why not?
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we're done here with the merch. We don't like to show too much merch on our video because it always becomes repetitive. But guys, I spy the food court. You know what that means?
Him and his food courts. He
Let's
loves
go
them.
see what they have.
The selection of pastries and baked goods looks amazing. A lemon meringue croissant. Ooh. And they always have the coolest themed dome cakes and cupcakes. Right now it's Finding Nemo, but I'm not sure what's in it. All right, so the Nemo cake is a classic cheesecake coated in a shimmery blue ocean glaze with graham cracker sand and white chocolate Nemo. This one doesn't like cheesecake, so I guess we're gonna opt for the s'mores cookie to try. Well, we got dessert figured out. Now let's figure out what's lunch gonna be. They have some really great traditional options too. Like if you're wanting like more comfort food, like chicken with mashed potatoes, salmon, shrimp, meatloaf. And then over there they have salad, not in a salad kind of mood. Here's where you would get pasta and pizza. They have a chicken parm, which sounds good. But I think we're gonna end up over on this side where they have burgers and chicken strips.
So I just got myself a basic Disney bacon burger. For some reason, I love the food court burgers here at Disney World. Something about them, I don't know what it is, but they're really good. And last time I was eating here at Disney, I wasn't happy with my meal that we had at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I'll put the blog somewhere up in here that you guys can watch it after. And I said I was just gonna stick to my Disney bacon burger. So here we are. Always use, I know I could get a knife, but just stir my mayo and ketchup together with the fries. That way you can taste it. The fries are nice and crispy. Can't go wrong with Disney fries. Pretty good. Not too salty. Tastes fresh. They haven't been sitting there for a while, so that's always a plus. I got the typical toppings, lettuce, pickles, onions, ketchup, mayo, bacon, all that good stuff. So we got our burger. We're gonna take a bite, see how it tastes. Typical Disney burger. The meat is great, not dry, not too overcooked. The buns is perfectly grilled. The lettuce, the onions, everything just blends in well. Can't go wrong with a basic Disney burger. Bacon is nice and crispy for sure. I like it.
I can't decide what I want to eat, so I'm gonna try his burger and see if I want one of these or if I want to get the grilled chicken sandwich. It has a really good charred, like that charred flavor, which I've been like in the mood for. That's really good.
I know my father-in-law loves the gluten-free burgers they offer at the food court. Last trip that he came here to Disney World, that's all he ate. The food court burgers, I believe, and the chicken sandwich too, if I'm not mistaken. He has celiac. The meals that he could eat is not everything, and He loves the option that Disney offers, food that he's able to eat with no problem, and he could trust Disney. So, Paul, this bite is for you. Only just think about it as a gluten-free bun and a gluten-free burger.
I ended up liking your burger so much I got my own. I haven't tried the burger yet. I'm sure it's just as good as yours were, but the fries are super fresh and crispy. And I like dipping my fries in honey mustard. Well, I grabbed the cup of honey mustard and it's like very mustardy. But it's different than the one that came from the pump that I got you. So I didn't think there'd be two different types of honey mustard, but there are, and it makes me happy.
And I believe you added cheese to your burger, which is different from mine.
I got cheese on my burger. I don't eat tomatoes or onions or pickles, so I'm gonna take those off. And I'm gonna add barbecue instead of ketchup to make it more like a barbecue bacon cheeseburger. And I'm sure it's gonna be delicious.
Guys, I know you probably could hear the music in the background. This is why I love arts of animation. Just like, I feel like I'm at Disney while I'm in this resort. And I'm not even in the park. But the resort feels like you're in Disney World. Like the theming, the music, everything going on. Just feels magical to me. Alright y'all, so it's cookie time. Split it in half, give one half to Brittany. But look at this. S'mores cookie. Let's take a bite, y'all. Let's give this baby a try.
Is that a good or a bad face?
That's pretty good. The cookie is nice. Not too hard, it's nice and crunchy, a little bit chewy. The chocolate from the s'more is not overpowering. This, I'm guessing marshmallow filling.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Overall, it's not too sweet. Some cookies are too sweet. This one has a perfect balance.
I'm so excited for this. I love s'mores anything. It feels like a chocolate chip cookie base with a nice thick pile of marshmallow cream. And then they broil the marshmallow cream and it's drizzled with chocolate and I think like a graham cracker streusel crumble. This is very good. It tastes a little bit of cinnamon too, which works really well. For $6, this is a 10.
You think I did a good choice picking this over the cheesecake?
Yeah, I think this is top tier. The cheesecake was probably good too, but this is even better. All right, you guys, where I grew up at, our grocery store bakery sold these cookies. They were called character cookies. It was a chocolate chip cookie and it always had like a crap ton of buttercream icing. And I loved them. Like, I was literally obsessed with them. It was way too much sugar that anyone should consume, but I love them so much. And this reminds me of like a grown-up version of that cookie. Very good.
A quick tip, if you're staying in this resort or any Disney resort and you're coming back from the park and you're hungry and the food court is open, drop that mobile order in so it's ready when you get to your resort.
All right, we're finally outside after lunch and it feels fantastic. I want to show you around just a little bit. So the Art of Animation has one of the most unique pools. You can actually hear music underwater. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and then the theming is just awesome. So through those doors right there is actually the lobby, and then on the other side is where you get off of the bus. So you just walk straight across here, and this is where the big blue pool is. So if you're looking for the closest section to not have to walk around too much, it's going to be the easiest. You want to stay in the Finding Nemo section. It's going to be directly in the center, and I think these rooms are super duper cute. The rooms in the Finding Nemo section are family suites, so they do sleep, I believe, up to 6 people.
Surf's up, dude!
Here beside the big blue pool, they have the drop-off pool bar. All right, then the next section here beside Finding Nemo is going to be the Cars section. These are also family suites that sleep up to 6 people. And over here has a totally different feel. You really feel like you're in Radiator Springs. We're going to show you. It's so cute. You walking down the street.
Going down the road. This is the road.
Now this section is composed of 3 buildings. This is building 1, which is Tow Maters Towing and Salvage. And all the rooms in buildings 1, 2, and 3 are exactly the same. But this is just the facade at the front of building 1. And in between all 3 of these buildings, we have the Cozy Cone Motel, which is really, the only thing in there is the laundry. Guest laundry's in there, and it's the entrance to the swimming pool. Speaking of swimming pool, this is said swimming pool. The unique thing about these is there are actually Cozy Cone cabanas that you can use free of charge. They're first come, first serve. You can pretty much just fit 2 little lawn chairs and a table in there, but they're super awesome when you're trying to stay out of the sun. In between buildings 1 and 2, we have Sarge's Surplus Hut. Now, I don't really know if this has ever been used for anything or what they do use it for. So if you do know, leave it in the comments down below. I'm curious to see what's actually inside this building. My guess from the noises inside that it is just like the pool pump house, but I could be wrong. Building 2, we have Wheelwell Motel. And out front, we have gas pumps. The Wheelwell is actually a gas station. And we have Lightning and Sally. In building 3, we have Casa della Tire. So last summer, my whole family, well, almost my whole family, actually got to stay at the Art of Animation. We stayed in the car suites and they were perfect. I think we had 6 people per room and they're very spacious. There's 2 bathrooms in each room and 1 pull down bed, 1 sofa bed, and 1, I think, king bed in the main bedroom. But this is my favorite resort. I say it time and time again, not only because of the theming, but because of the modes of transportations. But you can take the buses to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, and then the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And I am a big fan of the Skyliner. So this is the back side of the Cars building. And then over here is the back side of the Nemo building. And right behind those, we have Hourglass Lake. And on the other side of Hourglass Lake, you're going to see Pop Century. So Pop Century is actually the first of these 2 resorts. It's actually the, I don't know if you want to call them sisters or cousins, but that was actually phase 1 of Pop Century and Art of Animation. Pop Century are the yesteryears, and over here was supposed to be, I think, like the newer years. I don't know, but that was phase 1 of the project. Phase 2 actually got scrapped and abandoned, and years later it got turned into the Art of Animation. So while they are totally different themes, they are sisters and they are shared by a lake, which is actually connected by a bridge where you can get on the Skyliner. So either resort, you can both use the Skyliner, and you're actually allowed to use, if you're staying at the Art of Animation, you're allowed to go over to Pop Century and use their pools and their amenities, and vice versa. So if you're staying over there, you can actually come over here. So it doesn't really matter which one you stay at, you can still share things. But I just think that part's really, really cool.
So as locals, you may be wondering, why are you going to stay inside Disney World if you live right there? Like, we live about 30 minutes away from the parks. So to come here and go is quick and easy. But there's something magical about staying at a Disney resort. Like, even if you're a local, the fact that you could come check in your room, enjoy the pool amenities, the food, the shopping, walking around the resort, enjoy all the Disney vibe. And then let's say you go to the theme park in the morning and you just want to take a break, you come back to your resort, jump in the pool, go to your room, take a nap, relax, enjoy the day around the resort, walking around, just to cool off from the craziness of the park. And then you could just go right back to the park through the Skyliner in this resort. I think that's pretty cool. I enjoy that. Basically, the way we do it is when we check in, we park our car and we don't touch that car till checkout day. We use all the Disney transportation, buses, boats, Skyliners, whatever Disney has to offer, from depending where we're going. And it just feels like you're in a vacation where you live, but not where you live. You guys know what I mean? That's how I feel about when I stay in property Also, once you stay in a Disney resort, like you pass that Walt Disney World sign and you're in the what they call the Disney bubble, you forget about home. Like you, I don't know if it's me, but I feel like I'm in my own city that Disney World owns. I don't feel like I'm in Orlando or Kissimmee or near my house. But it also helps because if there's a family emergency, we could travel back home real quick. If you're a local, do you like to stay in Disney resorts while you're visiting the parks, or are you just I'll drive to the parks, drive back home type of person? I do want to throw a quick tip for anybody that's visiting Walt Disney World this upcoming summer, 2025. Stay hydrated, wear comfortable clothes, because it's going to be a hot summer. I can feel it already. We're in spring and it feels like summer already.
Speaking of weather, if you are coming anytime between May and August, be prepared for rain. Now, we always have rain in our forecast during the day. It usually only lasts for about an hour, sometimes less. So if you're planning a vacation and you check the weather for Orlando and it says rain every single day, don't be too scared. It's usually just for about an hour a day and then it'll stop, but it will make things more humid. So be prepared for that. Like John said, stay hydrated. Pack a poncho. They're great to have in your bag, and they're real small, or an umbrella just to be safe. Next up, we have the Lion King section. This section only consists of 2 buildings. These are family suites. This section does not have a pool of its own, but you are right next to either Little Mermaid or Finding Nemo, so you can easily access one of those pools. This area just feels small and cramped to me. It's still very cute, but it's just doesn't seem very big. Just something you just walk through. I don't know if this is my choice of where I'd stay, although the rooms are cool. So if you have a Lion King obsessed kiddo, or you're obsessed with Lion King yourself, it's still a good room to stay in. Over here, there is a little area for the kids to run around in and crawl through the little tunnels.
I don't know if it's a coincidence or if it was just a perfect timing, but as we were walking through Lion King, they actually had like Africa type of music going on. It kind of matched the theme as we were walking through. And it is so hot that I didn't even feel like dancing.
And last but not least, we have the Little Mermaid section. The Little Mermaid section consists of 3 buildings. These are just typical regular standard rooms. These are not family suites. So you can either have, I think, 2 queen beds or 1 king size bed in this section. This area also has its own swimming pool. One of the other cool things about this resort, and in front of each building over in the Little Mermaid section, we have 4-story tall statues. Ariel is only 3 stories high and the other 2 are 4 stories high, but she's still pretty awesome.
And like every Disney resort, they have an arcade right by the lobby.
Now here is my pros and cons list for staying at Disney's Art of Animation.
So I think that's going to do it for us here at Arts of Animation. It was a fun day to walk around. It got a little bit too hot, but lunch was good, dessert was good.
Yep.
And we had a great time getting our steps in. So I think that's going to complete this video, right?
Yes, I'm exhausted.
And I believe we're going to do a part 2 of the sister resort, Pop Century, soon. So stay tuned for that. And as always, remember the next adventure awaits. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.